Amritsar, Delhi to rewind to the memory of partition. Welcome to ThePrint. My name is Ketan Rathod and today I am at Dara Sheiko Library in AUD campus, which is soon going to open its museum for the people.
The museum, which is dedicated to the partition, tells the story of pain, hope and courage through artifacts and letters which are donated by the partition survivors and their relatives. When one enters the library, there is a huge hall which will be used to host cultural events, book launches, art exhibitions and educational events. This mansion was built by Dara Sheiko at the cost of 4 lakh rupees between 1639 and 1643. The mansion has been home to not only Mughals but also Britishers. David Ochterlony was the last resident of this mansion. The museum will also give access to the lawn to the visitors that have been renovated recently. In the backyard, we can see the mansion standing on the arches that are often seen in the Mughal architecture. Kishwar Desai, the chair of Arts and Cultural Heritage Trust, gave a tour of the museum to ThePrint.
When people go back to their old homes, be it from India to Pakistan or from Pakistan to India, the people-to-people contact still remains very strong, and they're met with a lot of love and affection, and often given things which they have kept. And even from here, when people come from Pakistan, they are given things from their old house for them to take back. So that people-to-people thing does not stop. So this is the last gallery of hope and courage, which shows you how you can still carry on despite having lost everything. So this is how the museum is organized. I can take you now through it very quickly. I won't focus on everything. I'll just give you a broad picture. Because it's very vast, even though it's a smaller scale. Because in Amritsar, people spend about 4 days in photo, doing from 4 hours to 4 days. So this is a beautiful piece which has been put together by a Kashmiri artist called Renu Munshi. And of course, it has a deeper significance which you can read about. But for us, the significance here is really about, it represents migration and the pain of migration. Because from afar, it looks like a beautiful paper mache horse. But when you come close, you see all the bones and the scars. And so what terrible impact partition has, or migration has on people.
These exhibits are not only props, but each of these has its own personal stories, which is donated to the museum.
The first gallery here, the main gallery here, it's towards independence and partition. As I just explained, that you have the migration, but how do you reach there? What happened? So we talk about the first attempt at partition, which was in Bengal in 1905, and then all the things, various attempts. Side by side, the independence movement and the partition movement were almost simultaneous, So we talk about that. We talk about the contribution of the Indians, despite all the atrocities towards the British. Like, we have this very interesting certificate, which was given, a commendation certificate which was given to us. This has been given to a police officer at that time. 25 rupees was given to him for having broken up a Congress party get-together, So the British had given it to him. This is a story, letter from a young soldier who died at the age of 21, where he was in the World War II. So here we have all the visuals of the, basically, as you know, a lot of the migration took place on trains. Many of the trains, people were slaughtered, both sides of the border. So we've tried to sort of recapture that moment of terror and how sad it must have been. And only the things have survived. Like these are the things which were brought across the border. This pulkari was given to a gentleman from Delhi who was told that by the refugee who gave it, that look, when I have money, I'll come and take it back from you. But he never came back, so now it has come to the Partition Museum. It's a beautiful, typical pulkari from that period, And so here you find all these images of migration. People came in different ways. Throughout we have the oral histories. This, for example, very important. This is a ration card because people had no ID proof. So this was, instead of passports, they were all given ration cards upon arrival at various refugee camps. So this gentleman has this, he gave us this. And he was very sentimental about it because it has the name of all his family members in the back. They were all together at that time.
There is a specially dedicated section for Dalits, which include Ambedkar's letter to Nehru.
We have documented this, but unfortunately, even when This is Ambedkar's letter to Nehru, which they say that, you know, they are not living in good conditions even in India, and there is that caste system even in the refugee camps. This, of course, once you have established, once you have become a refugee, then you need to re-establish home. So this one, setting up your home, re-establishing home, that gallery. And here we have an installation by Shikoh, who's a Bengali artist. And he has symbolized tangible and intangible memories, you know, because he said when you migrate and you reached your home, you brought your cycle and you brought all your luggage with you. But some of it is tangible, some of it is intangible. So you can't really sort of accommodate everything in the house. There will always be a lot of pain and a lot of regrets and a lot of other things to happen. Hiralal Civil Gallery of Hope and Courage, named after Kapil Sibal's father. They are, because he was also somebody who came across the border, and then he fought that famous case for Manto and Ismat Chiptai, you know, and you have that, there's a Bhai Khata, which is returned to these gentlemen, you know, when they went to visit, they were garlanded by those people who met them at the other side. This girl, when she went back to her home, Priyanka, when she went back, the home had been transformed by this Pakistani family who had shifted there, but they had kept the old electricity meter, saying this is the only thing which is left of their home. Kabhi kisi din koi aayega to unko hum de dein.
The date of the opening of the museum is not yet confirmed, but once open, it will take visitors to the era of partition. That's it for today. Stay tuned to The Print for more videos.